In a small Austrian town named Braunau am Inn on April 20th, 1889, a child was born whose name would become synonymous with evil and brutality, Adolf Hitler. Raised in a modest family, young Hitler showed early signs of ambition, a trait that would captivate him throughout his life. Born to Alois Hitler and Clara Pelzel, Hitler experienced a tumultuous upbringing. His father, Alois, was a stern and authoritarian figure, often subjecting the young Hitler to harsh discipline. Alois's expectations of his son were high, but he also disapproved of Hitler's artistic aspirations, deeming them impractical. This strained relationship with his father may have contributed to Hitler's desire for power and control, seeking to prove himself in ways beyond his artistic talents. In contrast, Hitler shared a closer bond with his mother, Clara. She was caring and affectionate, nurturing a sense of love and attachment that became essential to Hitler. Clara's early death in 1907, when Hitler was just 18 years old, deeply impacted him, leaving a void that seemingly intensified his drive for significance and greatness. Hitler's early academic performance was mediocre at best, and he often clashed with his teachers. Despite attending a Catholic school, he showed little interest in academics and was more drawn to history and art. After his mother's death, he left school altogether at the age of 16, and his formal education came to an end. Fueled by ambition, Hitler pursued various career paths before diving into politics. He spent time in Vienna, where he struggled financially, working as a laborer and artist. Despite his artistic aspirations, he faced rejection and disappointment, which likely further fueled his bitterness toward the establishment. In the early 20th century, Hitler moved to Munich, Germany, hoping to avoid military service in the Austro-Hungarian army. He took advantage of the lax attitudes towards Austrian draft dodgers in Germany. During his time in Munich, Hitler's worldview began to be shaped by anti-Semitic ideologies that he encountered. Hitler served as a soldier in World War I and was decorated for bravery, earning the Iron Cross First Class. However, the war left him deeply embittered, and he was profoundly affected by Germany's surrender and the subsequent Treaty of Versailles, which imposed harsh reparations on the country. After the war, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, which later evolved into the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or the Nazi Party. With his powerful oratory skills and charismatic persona, he rose to become the leader of the party by 1921. Hitler's rhetoric, fueled by a blend of nationalism, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism, resonated with disenchanted Germans who sought a sense of identity and hope during a tumultuous time. Hitler's political career saw him formulating his ideology of racial purity and the superiority of the Aryan race. His fanatical beliefs in Lebensraum for the German people and the need for territorial expansion were fueled by his obsession with creating a greater German empire. This obsession with territorial conquest eventually led to the outbreak of World War II in 1939. As Chancellor of Germany in 1933, Hitler wielded absolute authority, dismantling democratic institutions and establishing a totalitarian regime. He rapidly consolidated power, leading to the suppression of political opposition and dissenting voices. The Reichstag fire in 1933 provided him with the pretext to further consolidate power, leading to the passing of the Enabling Act, effectively giving him dictatorial control. With the implementation of the Nuremberg Laws in 1935, Hitler initiated a systematic persecution of Jews and other minorities, stripping them of their citizenship and basic rights. This marked the beginning of the Holocaust, a harrowing chapter in human history that saw the genocide of millions of innocent lives. Throughout his life, Hitler's mental health was a subject of speculation. Some historians and psychologists have suggested that he may have exhibited narcissistic and sociopathic traits. His intense belief in his own destiny and the messianic image he constructed of himself played a pivotal role in shaping his actions. Hitler's personal life was filled with various complexities. His romantic interest in his half-niece, Gaily Raubal, was marked by possessiveness and emotional dependency. Tragically, Gaily's life came to an untimely end in 1931, allegedly by suicide. Hitler's subsequent relationships with women were largely platonic and guarded. As the war turned against him and the Allies closed in, Hitler's mental state deteriorated. He became increasingly isolated, relying on a tight circle of loyal followers in his underground bunker in Berlin. On April 30th, 1945, sensing defeat and unwilling to face capture, Hitler took his own life, ending the war and his tyrannical rule.